Hey folks, Mav's Dad here back with another watch review. Well, not really. I like to call these unbagging reviews because these type of watches actually come in watch bags instead of watch boxes. And basically this is just another cheap Chinese knockoff. And I like to do these reviews for a couple reasons. One, I like to see how much I can actually get for my money and how close they can come to duplicating the authentic watch that they're trying to copy. And this one is pretty good. I like to do these once in a while I'm waiting for some, real authentic watches to come into review. And this is just meant to be a fun review. This is not going to be something serious. I'm not going to talk about all the specs, the fit and finish and all that stuff, because really they're not that many specs and they're not that many features and functions. It's just a really, really simple, super, super cheap Chinese knockoff watch. So let's take a look at this thing. Now normally I'd put all the specs and stuff on the left-hand side of the screen, but this thing really doesn't have any specs. But it does come in this really nice polyurethane bag. I just love the feel of this bag. This is really, really nice. So let's go ahead and take this thing out. And you also get a really nice manual right there. Now, wait for it, folks. It's printed on both sides. What? Oh yeah. Take it all in. A dual-sided manual. That is really, really nice. Now, I would read to you all this Chinese writing, but I don't want to bore you. So, so there you go. So you don't need this, just throw it away. This is the simplest watch you will ever own. Now this watch is by a company called SKMEI, SKMEI, and I'm assuming that stands for this is the cheap piece of shit in Chinese. But you know what? I'm not going to, knock this thing too much because it's actually not bad. And let me tell you what I paid for this thing. I got this on Amazon. It was $16.99 with free shipping. But I'm figuring, you know what? I bet you there's another seller on Amazon that sells this for even cheaper. And sure as hell, I checked today and I found another seller on Amazon that's selling it for $8.99 with free shipping. Now the shipping would have taken 2 weeks. I'm assuming it's directly from China. But I could have saved, $9, $10. But you know what the heck? I didn't want to wait that long, and it's only $17. I'm actually going to give this to my son. This is going to be his first watch, so if he loses it, breaks it, no big deal. But here are the amazing things about this watch, and I hesitate to use the word amazing with this watch, but I have an actual Casio G-Shock Rangeman right here, and if you look at them side by side, the resemblance is scary accurate. They really got the proportions on this thing almost dead on. Now, if you didn't know what a Casio G-Shock was or a Casio, Rangeman was, you would not be able to tell the difference from 5 or 10 feet away. Obviously, this one says S-Shock. It doesn't have any of the functions that the real Rangeman does. It doesn't, it doesn't have solar power. It's not radio controlled. There's no thermometer, no barometer, no compass, no sunrise, sunset. None of that stuff. This is just a basic, cheap quartz watch, but it's not bad. I mean, it actually feels pretty decent, and obviously it's not going to have all the functions that a $250 watch does, but, for what you're paying, if you get it, if you find the right seller on Amazon, $8 with free shipping. So there you go. So let's take a look at this thing a little more in depth here. Now, there's not too much to tell you about. The function, the multifunction button that you would use for your barometer, altimeter, and compass and thermometer, this is just for show. It does nothing. There's basically a mode button down here that cycles through your stopwatch, your alarm, and your time setting, and that's it. So there you go. It has 2 buttons for your illumination. It has a button that's actually marked light, and then you have another button down here. Let's go ahead and kill the studio light, and I'll show you. It's not bad. The illumination's pretty good. There you go. And of course, you can also press the actual light button up here. There you go. So I'm really impressed with the Lume. Really, really good job. Now let's look at the face a little more closely here. And you'll see on the real Rangeman, there's some markings over here on the LCD screen that indicate whether the radio control signal was received. Those just kind of flash whenever they want to. They flash in sync with the seconds, as well as the battery meter, the solar charge On the regular Rangeman, this will tell you how much charge you have left in your battery. Those segments just flash whenever they want to. So obviously, all of it's non-functioning. And it's just flashing just to provide some, visual appeal, I guess. But I do like that there's a segment for the day. And of course, you have your date and your time. So there you go. Again, the proportions in comparison to the real G-Shock are scary accurate. Really, really cool. You would not know this is a fake knockoff G-Shock from 5 or 10 feet away. Unless you really, really knew your G-Shock watches. That's crazy. So let's take a little more closer look here. You got water resist 50 meters. I wouldn't take this thing 5 feet or maybe even 5 inches underwater. It even says on Amazon's site, do not push the buttons underwater. I wouldn't take this literally. I wouldn't even take this thing swimming. It might survive a splash or two, but that's about it. Look on this other side. It says green light. I guess they're referring to the loom, the Illumination alarm chrono. If you look underneath, they even match the band and the bracelet and the buckle with the G-Shock. The dual buckle right there. It's got a snap case back with 4 screws on it. Of course, it says SKMEI down there. And it's got some other information. And it's got this really nice hologram sticker. Really, really nice. Look at that. So there you go. Again, for $8, if you can find that seller, and I'll try to include that link in the description field, with $8 with free shipping, this will be an ideal watch for your kid. And I know a lot of y'all have children, as do I. And this is if they want their first watch, you couldn't ask for something better than this. Because, if they break it, lose it, whatever, who cares? It's $8. So there you go. I'm trying to think of anything else I missed. That's really about it. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. This was just something fun until I get my other watches in. And this is one of the better knockoffs I've seen. I can't believe how cheap it is. Now, if it's $1.85 in American, and, 198 yen, which is $1.85 American, this watch has got to cost them no more than like 40 or 50 cents maybe to make over in China. And I paid 17 bucks for it. So I really got screwed. But, it's fun. Again, not meant to be something serious, just something fun to do until I get my regular watches in. So if you like this review, well, unbagging review anyway, please click on like. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, please do so. I've got a lot of new stuff coming up. I'll put a little reminder of that in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. And again, this has been the SKMEI, I guess, S-Shock 50 meter, which really means like 5 inches, diver in quotes. And if you want to get one for your kid, God, I couldn't recommend a watch more than I recommend this one for a kid, for their first watch. It's even got the screws. Look at that. Anyway, so go out there and get one if you want to get it. Again, $8 on Amazon, and that's with free shipping, and I'll put the link in the description field. And until the next review, I will see y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.